But it's a short training video to understand the difference between power and energy. So let me show you something. This is a clamp, okay? If I put on the clamp on a live wire here, come and have a look what it's reading. Can you read it? Get right around, okay? 0.35 amps showing. But this is not a true figure. 0.35 amps times 240 volts is what, 80 watts. So somebody says, oh my God, the inverter is drawing 80 watts. It's not. If it was drawing 80 watts, it'd be cooking. Have a look on here, what the wattage, we've got a wattage meter here. What's the wattage meter? What's it?
16 watt.
So the inverter's drawing 16 watts. It's not drawing 80 watts or 100 watts. It's drawing 16 watts. What's the difference? One is reactive power, one is actual power, the wattage. Reactive power we often consider as like KVA. So volts times amps gives you your reactive power. That is showing you reactive power. That takes into account, Joe is expert. Joe, what's the difference? Why is reactive power? What's the difference between reactive power and what's normal watts?
Power factor very, very important. If that is the current too high and the voltage, the phase lock angle is too much, then will create the distribution,
So
the electric power.
So if I show on here, if I measure on here, and I measure with a normal clamp meter, it's showing 0.35 amps, which is 80 VA.
Yeah, KVA.
Right. But if you look at the actual wattage,
16.
right, the true wattage is 16 watts. This is giving a false figure.
Yes.
This is actually giving a false figure because the inverter is capacitive. It's the capacitive effects of the inverter, it's the reactive power. So you can't measure power using a clamp meter. You must use a watt meter. Otherwise, you're going to get an incorrect reading, always incorrect reading.
Otherwise, if you multiply the current and the voltage, and if you don't multiply the power factor, that is the virtual power only.
Right. So it's not, so basically you're getting an incorrect reading. If you want to measure the true power, use a watt meter, and this will give you the true power of the inverter. So this is something very important because we do get a lot of questions asked about this, and people get mixed up between understanding KVA or VA or whatever, and understanding actual wattage.
KVA and KW.
Yeah,
Delta.
they are different. Yeah, there is a delta. So please follow this and understand it. It's really important if you want to start using one of these clamps because it's going to give you an incorrect reading. Always will give you an incorrect reading. It's fine to give you an approximation if you're looking at batteries and stuff like that. But when you're on AC power, AC is very complex and it's a very different animal than just normal DC. So you can't do it. Thank you.